27 partners, 140 agentic workflows, and over 400 custom solutions by Knowledge, which was just phenomenal. And Work4Flow was one of the most active partners in the program. Work4Flow built in the last couple of months 8 agentic solutions, leveraging nearly 50 agents, both custom and out of the box. All of the workflows are on the store, and they've had almost 20 customer installs already. So let's welcome Sanjay Gupta, CEO and founder, and Kishan Kumar, solution architect. So you guys were clearly very active. Can you maybe start by telling the group a little bit about how you were thinking about Agentic AI so that you were able to hit the ground running so quickly?
Absolutely. Thank you, Shonagh. So what happened around the same time last year when we came out from Knowledge, we got 25 customers to onboard on GenAI. And it was a very insightful moment for us. Every customer, we helped them, and we slowly we started building the accelerators in terms of assessment, value realization, remediation, analyzing it. So when we built these accelerators, we got a lot of insights about the workflows, what are the gaps customers need. And towards the end of the year, we also built few of the agents, and then it gave our team a depth of the platform. So our team was ready to go next level because we were thinking about building 10 plus more workflows. And this year, beginning of this year, we came to know that ServiceNow is coming with a wide release Agentic AI apps. We got access to the early access to the platform, and it was a wow moment for us because we were already thinking about releasing 10 plus apps based on our understanding of the platform and the insights we gained onboarding 25 customers last year. So as soon as we got it, we built these apps, and another good thing happened is some of the customers we onboarded last year, they become our design partners, beta customers, and within 2 months, like we were iterating very fast, getting their feedback, reacting to the feedback, and it allowed us to go live within 2 months. We have last week around we have released 8 apps in the store, and that's what we're proud of.
So let's talk about that a little bit more, right? So you've apps on the store and you've deployed the customers. How are your customers starting to see ROI from Agentic AI?
Thank you, Shonagh. This is a great question. So, like ServiceNow platform is all about increasing the productivity for the agents. And when we talk about the increasing the productivity, out of these 25 customers, when we onboarded, we thought it's not possible to do this onboarding through the manual processes, prescriptive guidance. So we built the accelerators. So one of the accelerators started with was assessment. Typically when the customer adopts GenAI capability, it takes 2 to 4 weeks to even assess whether they are ready. So we built accelerator to tell them within the same day, like you are ready. If you are not ready, then remediation. If you are not ready, what needs to be done? What data needs to be improved to have the GenAI ready? And then after remediation, when the remediation happens, they all immediately want to see, yes, you told us whether we are ready or not ready. You help us fix the issues. So what? What is next for us? Are we going to get any benefit when we adopt, when we are spending extra money for this ServiceNow platform? So what we also show in the real time, like what were you before, about what are you going to be next, and if I want to pick few use cases, 1 or 2 use cases, maybe let's say search, like search is very important in ServiceNow platform. And when we are showing search before GenAI, like this was the GenAI search results, and after this adoption, what semantic searches or text searches, how they are performing? Are they performing much better or just linear? Another use case we came to know about besides search, about all about these agents. They want most of the issues to be handled automatically. And are the issues deflecting better? Are they deflecting more? So for every use case, whether it's a CSM case, incident, column change, we could show them before the adoption and after the adoption, what is the delta you are going to get. That's the wow moment for this customer, and they are loving it, and then we are building this process.
So could you talk a little bit more about search and why you guys have focused so heavily on that?
Yeah, so search is all, I would say search is it's a $1 billion problem. If you show the improvements, any large customer, if you show the improvements, say like before this and after this, what is the delta you are going to get? The semantic search more about it. Is when we are talking about GenAI, it's all about semantic search. If you can really show like 1,000, 100,000, 200,000 results and it's consistently performing better, there is no going back.
So maybe one more question for you, Sanjay, before I move over to Kishan. You did this very quickly. You're in a room with lots of other partners. Are there lessons you learned over the last couple of months as you focus so heavily on this that might be useful for this audience?
Yeah, so there are many lessons learned, Shonagh, and maybe because the limited time, I want to pick one or two use cases. So we were here last year knowledge. We talked to several customers, some of them very large customers, and they were talking like they were absolutely loving ServiceNow platform. What platform is going to come up with the Gen AI features, and we are listening what else we can do. So they were saying like they want independence. Like you have seen now, like after 1 year it looks like so they want full control on the LLM models. So in large organizations they are already using LLMs. They don't want to limit to only now LLM. And the second use case was their data is not only specific to ServiceNow. So when they are searching on something, the search should not happen within ServiceNow, it should happen outside the ServiceNow. So I can give one or two use cases around that. So we are working with two large car manufacturing companies. So their use case is when something is going wrong in their long manufacturing line, 10 miles long, and one particular machine is vibrating or overheating, and then agent gets the incident, and with the incident, we are able to curate the content of the troubleshooting material for that machine. Immediately agent gets the incident, he gets the physical location of that machine, and agents get exactly what needs to be done based on that troubleshooting step. So overheating, so particular oil needs to be applied, and then agent asks how much quantity, what brand and all that. All these things seamlessly is coming. And in this case, one use case we use Amazon Bedrock. Other use case was OT manufacturing, we use NVIDIA name. So we are pretty flexible depending on the use case, we can pick and choose the LLM model. We are also flexible to pick any of the data sources. Like ServiceNow is only providing the access to knowledge articles or certain content like OneDrive. Customers they want to have their data. They have the data in their G Drive or many other locations or on the portal. So net, the use cases we learned, or one thing I want to give is, the customers want independence. Yeah, technology is great, platform is great, and they are happy, but they want independence because they are not only limited to the data from service.
Well, that's super. And so we've talked a bit about now what Work4Flow have done and what you've delivered and what's on the store and what customers have seen from that. And then if we Kishan, turn to you and think about what comes next, right? So how are you going to build on the agentic experience you've gained so far for your customers in the next number of months?
Okay. So one of the main important thing is that ServiceNow started releasing a lot of AI agents for each and every product suites. But still customers are trying to understand what is agent. They are not having complete clarity of what is an AI agent. And ServiceNow also has the ServiceNow University where they have learning guides and modules for each of the AI agent. But from a partner perspective, what is the best use case of building an agent? What is the governance around it? We are not very sure unless we prepare a document and understand what it is. The ServiceNow Now Learning courses or university courses already has the do's and don'ts for each of the agent on a very high level before you start building an agentic AI. But as a partner, we cannot be referring to those documents every time whenever we build an agent. So we wanted to build, or we are currently building an AI agent that will help you with governance perspective. What are the do's? What are the don'ts? What is the best prompt for that agent? Is the agent working as expected? Are you getting enough outcome out of it? So doing an analysis out of this and letting the partner know this is the do, this is the don't, and this is the overall governance model. So we are targeting to build a governance model around it.
And there was another workflow that you were talking about that's assessing the outcomes of AI agents. Is that the same or is that different?
Yeah. So we already have built a framework on covering multiple phases when we have a customer onboarding. So the first phase is instance assessment. How well is customer's instance ready to adapt to a Now Assist or an agentic AI? Usually customers have a lot of customization built according to their process and use cases. So are they ready? So doing an analysis of that and telling them, you are ready in these areas, you are not ready in this area. You can go live in these particular products. And if you're not ready, what is the level of effort that would take for you to get your instance ready is one criteria that we're doing. Second thing is, analyzing the data of customer instance, letting them know what is missing in the data, what has to be improvised, how to improvise, giving them a recommendation of it, and also not just recommendation, we are also providing them with suggestions on you can include these data, and we are also providing them with a feature where agent itself will incorporate those data. That is number 3. And number 4 is after building all of this, is there any improvement? Are customers seeing improvement? So we built an analytics dashboard that will show you in real time. Before you onboard and after you onboarded, what is the difference? What is the key metrics that you are seeing? So that is what detail about our assessment.
And just to add one more thing, like we are also running next few days, we are also running several lab sessions for the apps we have published onto the store, and we'll be happy to answer if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. So then, one final question then, again, Kishan, for you. So you talk about the future from an agentic perspective, and in the session directly after with Jenny, and throughout the next few days, we're going to hear a lot about some of the capabilities around agentic, AI control tower, data fabric, RapidDB. Seeing as you guys are so quick off the mark with agentic, how are you thinking about getting started on all of these?
That's a really good question, and thanks for covering that up. So at Work4Flow, we have already started looking into all of these and how can we make it better. So on a very high level, again referring to the instance scan. So is the customer ready to get themselves adapted to all of these new features? Number 1. And we are seeing this not as new feature that ServiceNow is releasing. It is also more about the foundation of their GenAI journey. So if the foundation is not good, they might not have good experience. And I have personally have experience with customer reverting back to the older version because they were not happy. And looking at why they were not happy, it was more about their instance not looking good from a data perspective and quality perspective. So doing an analysis of that, telling them what is good, what is not good is a key thing. And specifically for data fabric, so it is very important for data fabric to have proper pipelines, properly structured flows. So if your flows are not properly structured, you don't have a good pipeline, then your data fabric is not going to work as expected. So we are building an agent that will oversee all of this, let you know what is the best recommended flow that you can build for your data fabric, number 1. Number 2 is for RapidDB, we are also looking for, so RapidDB is more like how quick the client side and server side transaction can happen. So from a DB perspective, what is the best data configuration that can happen? Is the customer instance ready to take care of it? So doing an assessment of it and letting them know what is their state to take in is what our assessment does. And we are incorporating Agentic AI into all of this so that it is able to think on its own and give suggestions to the customer and partner. And it is not just providing suggestions and recommendations. It will also provide you help on how to build an agent. Are you building the agent in the correct format? We cannot just give agent the flexibility of taking the decision on its own. There should be some action that are supervised. There should be some action that are not autonomous. So our agent will do a scan of this and will let you know what is the best action to be taken.
Okay, so I'm very conscious of time, which is running down very, very quickly. So Sanjay, Kishan, thank you so much. This was incredibly insightful. And if I think about some of the things I've heard you talk about, I think you'd be talking about understanding the customers, helping them understand how to get to value as quickly as possible. You're using a strategy of accelerators, search being core, and just starting building with RapidDB, with Workflow Data Fabric, etc. Would that summarize some of the key points we talked about?
Yep, absolutely. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you both, and as Sanjay said, they're going to be around all week. They'll be running labs. Happy to answer any more questions that you all might have. Thank you.
Thank you.